LTL is for everyone, and it's safe, and you have your new family, so you don't have to be scared. And like, you can be introverted or extroverted. You can be like from different religions, different skin color. No one is like discriminating you here. You're part of the family. Everyone is welcome. 안녕하세요. Hello everyone. My name is Mari. It's written Mary, so you can call me Mary as well. And I'm Estonian from Europe, Northern Europe. But at the moment, I live in Finland. I have studied around 24 languages in my life, and I was feeling like it's time to move on from Europe to other continents. And I was wondering which is the best way to study different Asian languages, and did a lot of research. I understood that it's best to start with Chinese, Mandarin Chinese, because then when you know Chinese, the characters help with Japanese. And then after that, when you study Japanese, then the Japanese grammar helps with Korean grammar. And then in the end, it's Vietnamese, because some words are similar with Chinese, and there are also tones like in Chinese, and also Vietnamese is very hard. So it's like, maybe keep it in the end. I think it starts with my great grandma, who was born before First World War, and she lived through First and Second World War in Estonia and under Soviet Union, and she really wanted to study languages, and her like #1 language was German, but she couldn't go to school. There were no opportunities. They were very struggling. We barely have food, not speaking about education at all. So I feel like I inherited her language genes and the motivation, and now the world is different, so I go kind of crazy with languages, and I feel like she's with me through my journey. She has passed away years ago, but I feel like her soul is present, and we can enjoy this experience together. And I really want to understand how people live in different places, and why do they live like that, what are they thinking, what kind of cultural background there is, the different art styles. And to dig deep in culture, you have to know the language, because people open up when you speak their language. Like, kind of like the puzzle became together, because at first you're just studying in Finland some language you don't really hear, don't really use outside the class. So it's like very synthetic, like does it exist? But when I went to China, then I understood like, oh, people actually like speak it, and it's everywhere. You can see that like different Hanzi and like characters around, and you can read Chinese, and people like actually talk to you and you answer and they understand. That was like, what? And at first I was really afraid to open my mouth, because, oh, when you say wrong tone, then everyone is laughing and you say something wrong. I'm like, how can you speak when you don't open your mouth? And then when I got over the fear of opening my mouth and actually speaking to people, then the world changed. So it's really blew up my bubble and opened me up and made me braver, and like gave me more confidence. And I met so many amazing people, and like the school was so welcoming, and my Chinese teacher were still like good friends, and we meet every year. And like, yeah, it has totally changed my life. And I think China is one of the places I have felt the safest. And China was a time when I have been it was one of my happiest times. Like at first I knew that, okay, Tokyo and Beijing both are like big cities, so like long travel to school and back, and like lots of people. So that was kind of similar. But I thought like Japanese are more cold and closed, and you have to be very quiet, and I'm very extroverted and like loud and like all over the place, and I thought like, I'm not going to fit in. But actually, when I met my host family, the first thing my host mom did was like just waiting for me to give me a big hug. And then we had a family dinner together, and I met my host sister, and like there were 3 cats in the family, and I'm a big cat person. So it was straight away like very warm family atmosphere. I was feeling very safe, and very loved and very welcomed. And also the school, like we became like very, very close, and we have very, very nice atmosphere and like school family, and we did a lot of things together, and like I was really enjoying myself there. And I had also international friends group there. I pretty much had my whole life there: friends, family, school, happiness, activities. I did samurai school, ninja school. I got very, very, very fast progress in Japanese. All the schools have been very good. I really like language schools all in all, and like to get better and progress. But like here in Seoul, I really feel like my group class teacher, she's amazing. She's one of the best teachers I've ever had. She's so passionate. She prepares for the classes. It's very, very versatile. So we have like different vocabulary pictures and papers where you can like visually learn more easily the grammar and like the vocabulary. And then we have a lot of like oral practice, and then we write stories, and we learn grammar in a fun way, and we advance so fast. Like this this Seoul trip has been a bit tricky for me because I broke my leg, and then it can be very scary when you're like in the other side of the world alone with your crutches and broken bone and pain. And then that's the moment when you can see who are your friends and who is your family. And LTL like really showed up and was my family. And my private class teacher who took me to the orthopedic clinic, and my school helped me to like organize my home place where I stay, like dormitory, and like helped me with my bags and like everything. Whatever problem there was, I could like trust and trust them, and I knew they had my back. So I was not alone, and I felt the love and like the support of my family, my school. And even with a broken bone and pain in my leg, every day I show up in the school because I love my school. I really wanted to come to class. I was looking forward for the classes, and the class ended. I was sad. I already wanted to come back. One reason why I go to Vietnam is LTL, because when I studied in Beijing, LTL school, then I understood that this is a very good school, and I really love like the staff and the methods, how they teach, and the opportunity to have a host family, so you can fully immerse yourself. And at the same time, I felt like this school has the networking in different countries, so it's like a big family. So if you have been in one small family, a Beijing family, then you're already kind of part of the other family. So it's easier to transport to another country and feel safe because people already know you. And also you get a discount when you have done, like, people are speaking about money, you get a discount if you're going to the same school to another place. So also money wise, it's better, but I think the people, that is what matters. LTL is very, very good for everyone actually. There are like summer camps for children, but also you can come when you're like 21, 30, 60, 80, 90, until you can breathe, you're on your own and walk, or you don't have to walk, you can use crutches. I use crutches and I'm still here. So pretty much it's open for everyone. So why to come to LTL when you solo travel is because actually it gives you safety. When you land, there's an airport pickup. The driver is going to come, going to take you, if you take host family, going to take you to the host family. Straight away you have a family that take care of you, then they help you like where school, how to take the transportation, etc. Then you go to school, you have another family. If you have a medical emergency, your school, your family is going to help you. You have school friends. So there are also social activities at school, so you can do it with your school, or you can do it with your classmates. So there's always something going on. You're never alone. So how could I study 24 languages, for instance, is I take vacation, I go to a specific country, I stay with a local family, I do language classes, I do social activities, I learn about the culture. I'm surrounded with the language. And when you're surrounded by the language and you have intensive classes, then you do fast progress. You get much further than just studying at home on your own. And like learning languages, learning new cultures, meeting new people. These are the things that make life amazing, so you shouldn't miss out.